So week 4 of the rehearsal process of Aladdin. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what we did this week. So I'll just quickly talk about what we did. So this week we did Act 2, Scene 2 with me, Widow Twanky, who else is in it? And Abinaza. And then we did the final ending scene, so Act 2, Scene 5, I think it is, so the final ending scene. We also went through the opening scene again, to refresh our minds on that one. We also did, on Thursday, we did Act 1, Scene 3, where I first get introduced to Abinaza. So, I'm going to talk about how they went and how I can relate them to children's theatre. So, I'll start talking about the opening we did this week. So on Wednesday we did the opening scene with the dance, with the music, and with Tim. This helped because it gave us a real insight of how it's going to be on stage, how we are going to perform, how we're feeling, how we got to sing over the piano, how we got to make our moves bigger over the music, and how we got to smile as well. So it went very well. Like, Aladdin is really coming across as my character. The character development of him, the structure of Aladdin, and the structure of the play is coming out really well. It's a lot of positive energy, and I use my skills on stage, for example, I use the skill where I've got to make myself really big towards the audience, and I've got to make every action's got to be big, every movement, every word and every line that I say has got to have a meaning, and it's got to really get that across to the audience. So I talked about that as well. Also, I felt that went really well. There's not a lot I really can improve on. Again, I've just got to improve my singing. So I did, obviously I did A Million Dreams this week as well, so I'll talk about that one, but I'll talk about that later in this video. So yeah, it went really well, and there's a lot of stuff that I think we're going to leave the opening for a while because we've done it so many times, we just need to leave it now. Anyway, so Act 2, Scene 2. With me, Widow Twanky. So this is the first sort of time you see Aladdin and Widow Twanky interacting really a lot, and what he's like with his mother, and obviously his mother prefers Aladdin over Wishy, so therefore Widow Twanky needs to get that across the audience. And I feel like the relationship between me and Widow Twanky is building. Obviously Kieran is a good friend of mine. We've built that sort of relationship on and off stage, and we can work well together. I also talk about, I've written down an improvement here. I need to show more love. Obviously, I know it was to the princess, and I've improved them, showing my love to the princess, but also I need to improve my more love towards Widow Twanky. She's my mum. You've got to show, the audience got to see that I love my mum and I care about her, and I know that she's a very crazy woman with all her washing, for example, but I've got to show that, and I've got to improve that, and I've got to show that on stage and show my presence towards being on stage. So yeah, that was very good. I've done that very well. We also talk about like how we can. I've also talked. Obviously, I've written down here when we did the endings, which is the first time we did the ending today. Again, it needs a lot of work due to the fact lines. Obviously, most of us we are all on script, so we need to get off script. And I feel like this week I have basically mostly been off script. It was just that final scene and a few of the lines that I needed someone to prompt me. But other than that, it went really well. We did it very well. The ending was very strong.